What's up guys, Retro Gamer Steve back with another video, and tonight's video is a collections video. Now I haven't done a collections video in a while, mainly because if I do a collection video often, I'll burn through all my stuff. So basically most Fridays it's pickup videos, but I haven't done a collection video in a while, and even though you guys might have seen some of the Saturn games I've gotten in over the time, nobody has seen my Saturn collection up till now in one video. Now I don't have a ton, I think it's 21 or 22 games that I do have, but some fun games and some solid titles for sure. So sit back guys, relax, and let's check out my Sega Saturn collection. Alright guys, well, I do have a few boxed Saturn controllers, but I'm going to stick to the games for this, but I am going to include this because this coincides with the games, and that is a boxed action replay, which is basically a memory card, and this also allows you to play Saturn games from other regions, and it also has cheat codes for some games as well. So if you own a Saturn, this is a must. There are quite a few different versions of the memory cards for the Saturn, but this is the one that I have, is the action replay. Then we'll get into some games. I'm just going to run off the sports titles first because they're the most generic, and then we'll get into the other games in no specific order. So I do have a sealed copy of Sega Sports NHL All-Star Hockey. Now, this is cracked. I guess that's it. So it does have that big, oh yeah, right there. Maybe not right there. So it does have this big crack right here, but other than that, it's a sealed copy, even though it's not, you know, super expensive or rare game. It even has the hang tab right there, if you can see it in the camera. But it is cool to have a sealed Saturn game, regardless of what kind it is. And not that I'll ever open this, but hockey games, I think, are always fun anyway. I've always enjoyed them. Then we have Worldwide Soccer. I'm a huge soccer fan, so I enjoy soccer games on any console. I even still enjoy playing the old soccer games. So this is just basic soccer. And I have Pebble Beach golf links. I also thoroughly enjoy golf games. I do enjoy golfing for real whenever I have the opportunity or the money. But these games are always fun. Alright, so on to the actual games here. I have Myst. This is a game that has come out on just about every platform. This is the only copy of Myst I have, is for the Saturn. Then Blackfire. This is basically a helicopter flying game where you're shooting, you know, first person cockpit view where you're flying and shooting, doing different, you know, levels of shooting different things and stuff like that. Pretty fun game. Then I have Independence Day. Not the greatest game, but I do enjoy it actually. I'm a huge fan of the movie. I even like the sequel, Don't Shoot Me. It's not as good as the original, of course, but the second one is still fun, I think. But the first one was just a mind-blowing movie when it came out, I think, and I still enjoy it to this day. And so when I play this, it's just very reminiscent of the movie, and I do get a kick out of this game. Then another movie game, that is The Lost World, Jurassic Park. This is a pretty fun game as well. You can be T-Rex, Raptor, Compy, a human hunter, and a scientist. Then you gotta have Gex. This is a classic 2D platformer, comedy platformer. Gex the Lizard says all kinds of funny things. This is a fun game. Dana Gould did the voice of Gex. Then a game I just picked up, and that is In the Hunt. This is a fantastic shooter. This also came out on the PS1. It is just as expensive on the PlayStation as it is on the Saturn. I think it might even be slightly more expensive on the PlayStation, but this is done by the guys that did Metal Slug, and same art style and everything, except you're a submarine. And this game is absolutely fantastic. I have been playing this a lot for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. So if you guys have a Saturn, go out and get this game right now. Absolutely worth every penny, and it's not cheap. Then I have Solar Eclipse. This is another cockpit first-person shooter style. You can also go behind the ship view, I believe. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've played this game. Pretty fun one. Then I have Tunnel B1. This is actually a pretty cool game. You're basically in a cockpit of this ship as well, and you just go around through these tunnels, shooting things that are trying to kill you. And I mean, there's not a lot to it, but it's actually a lot of fun. This game's not overly expensive. You can get a decent copy of this for like 30 to 40 bucks, and this is a really fun game for a decent price on the Saturn. So I actually recommend that one. Saturn games aren't super cheap, but if you have a Saturn, that one's pretty fun for the money. Here's a game I really enjoy, and that is Blazing Dragons. This is a comedy point-and-click adventure featuring the voices of Terry Jones and Cheech Marin. Terry Jones, of course, is from Monty Python. So you are this character here, a dragon, and it takes place in medieval times, and it is all hand-drawn animation. So medieval time, you are a dragon, and it's a funny story, and it's a lot of fun. If you like the point and click style adventure games, this one's got like the quirky lines in it, the quirky art style, just very, very funny game, and I really enjoyed this game. Then I have Sega Rally Championship. This is a really fun car racing game. Not a whole lot needs to be said about it. It is on-road, off-roading, just like rally racing, but a fun game. Then another game that I really enjoy, and that is Alien Trilogy. You can, this is a first-person shooter. You can either be a Marine or an alien. This game is a lot of fun. This is one of those where you turn off the light and play this game, and you know damn well it's a video game, but it still makes you jump. Then I have a game called High Octane. This is a racer style game where the track actually manipulates itself to do different things to you, like blow you up, change course slightly, different things like that. Not a super, great game, but it's fun for a while, especially if you're playing two-player. This is another budget title that's worth picking up if you are willing to spend 30 bucks, give or take, something like that. We'll just do this here. Then another game that's a classic, and that is Virtual Fighter 2. Everybody knows the Virtual Fighter games, and this is a great one. Then another must-have, and that is Virtual Cop. Fantastic shooter. This is one of my favorite shooter games. Then I have the very rare Winning Post. This is rare because it's basically a horse betting simulator, horse racing. And this is a series that remained very popular in Japan, and they actually still make these till this day for the Japanese Sega Saturn. Well, not to this day. They made them all the way to the end of the Saturn's life, and then I believe they still make Winning Post games for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3. Regardless, they did not make a lot of these for American consumption. because not a very popular type game. But this is basically like a simulation, and you get all into it, where you pick your own trainer, you pick your horses, you can breed them, go through just all of that kind of stuff, and train your horses, and then you race them, and you can bet on your horse or other horses, and then once the race starts, it's out of your control. You just actually watch the race happen, and then wait for the results. And it sounds kind of boring, and that's what I thought when I bought it. I just bought it at first because it's a rare title, and I came across it for an excellent price. But when I started playing this, it sucked me in, and I absolutely love this game. So yeah, I don't know if this is interesting to you guys at all, but this game is fantastic, and if you get the chance to play any of these, they are definitely worth checking out. All right, then I have a working designs game, and that is Iron Storm. Now, working designs, I can't remember if they made 6 or 7 Saturn games. All of their games are in high demand. You can always tell a working designs game. They've got the purple working designs somewhere on the front. The Sega Saturn logo is actually bubbled up, so if you rub your fingers across it, you can feel the lettering. And then also their design on the side. This is a simulation game here, strategy. If I can get in close enough for you can see where you actually move your individual pieces, and then turn-based strategy game, and then you play out the actual events of World War II. So you can pick the Axis or the Allies, and you can actually change, like I said, change the outcome of World War II if you're good enough. If you're playing as the Axis, you can turn the tide of the war and actually come back and win World War II. But this game's really cool, very, very detailed. The instruction manual on this thing is like a pound. But once you hit play, you actually watch the battles play out. And very, very cool game. I mean, this game stays true to history unless you're trying to change it. And I'm a huge history buff, so this is a fantastic game. For those of you guys that are into this stuff, check this game out. Then down to my last few. One that you absolutely have to have for the Sega Saturn, and that is Panzer Dragoon. Unfortunately, this one does have one crack right down the damn center, which really bugs the snot out of me, but other than that, this is a nice copy. I love the Panzer Dragoon series. They are amazing. If you guys have a Saturn and you don't have Panzer Dragoon, what the hell are you doing? Go out and buy these, as many of these games as you can. Panzer Dragoon Saga is definitely on my wish list, but I don't know that I'll ever own it simply because it's like $1,000 to $1,200. But I do have Panzer Dragoon. And I have Panzer Dragoon Zwei. This game takes that game and just ups the ante, and just an absolutely fantastic game. I love this game to death. It is so awesome. It's actually a prequel to Panzer Dragoon. The back doesn't do this game justice as far as the pictures, but this game is, for those of you that don't know, These are basically on-rail shooter games where you're riding on the back of a dragon, and you can go left or right or up or down, but you can't really change or alter the path that you take too much. Now there might be areas where you can deviate and take a different way, but it's not just open world. It's continuously moving, and you can duck and dodge and fly to aim, but it's an on-rail shooter, and just an amazing series. So absolutely love Panzer Dragoon. Hopefully one day I'll own Saga, but I highly doubt it unless I just fall upon it. And then the last game I have is Virtual Cop 2, complete in the box with the Sega Stunner. I'm not going to open it just because it's a pain in the ass, but the game does come in a case like this, unfortunately. I wish it came in the long box, but it does have Virtual Cop 2, so I've got 1 and 2, and then the stunner gun, and I need to try and pick up a second stunner gun at some point so I can play 2-player. But I love the Virtual Cop series, and I came across this at a really good price and could not pass it up. And this thing is just in super great shape. It's just got the normal shelfware, but I absolutely love this thing. So as of right now, guys, October 2020, that is my Sega Saturn game collection. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this week's video and this collection video in particular. If you did and you're not yet a subscriber, think about hitting that subscribe button for me, guys, and give me a big thumbs up. That really helps small channels like mine grow and gain traction. And if you did enjoy this content, come back every Monday. I do a handheld game of the week where I pick a different handheld, a different game from my library, play a few minutes of it, just show you guys a little bit of the game. Every other Wednesday, I do a home-held gaming video where I play a home-held game on its respective handheld. And then again, of course, every Friday, it's either a pickups video or a collections video. So thank you guys for watching. Next week, next Friday, definitely will be a pickups video. I've got some stuff that's trickling in now. Not to mention what I might get between now and next Friday. So definitely come back, check it out, see what I've got. I got a couple cool things I'm pretty excited about. So again, guys, thanks for watching. Have a fantastic weekend. Take care and keep gaming.